Good. You want it to be. Your choice. Your choice. Okay, this is Dr. CJ Benkert with Buddha Be the Wellness, better known as Dr. CJ. All right, let's see here. Speaker view. All right, this is day 6. I think I just said day 4. Sorry, I was in the middle of getting us live into the Facebook group. I'm here in Zoom as well. Fix the cell to get well. I told you I have this t-shirt. This is from Dr. Daniel Pompa's group, Health Centers of the Future. I've been training with him and other physicians worldwide. Oh my gosh, for at least the last 10, close to 15 years. So we are here, we are showing up, we are taking part. If you're hearing me or seeing me, we are taking part in the ultimate fasting experience, or maybe you're just following along on Facebook in the group. If you registered, then you received my guides and an invitation to our Telegram group chat. So if you registered, you're getting the support and the guidance and the supervision that I highly recommend to anybody that wants to improve their health and feel better. So, you know, it's all about feeling better. It's all about having a better life. We're all here for a limited amount of time. Why be here if you feel like crap? You don't have to feel like crap. You have complete control and power over how you feel. I know we've been taught, you know, to kind of be victims and to look outside of ourselves for truth and love and happiness. But I believe, and I'm here to help you see a different light if you haven't already, to expand your mind. Hopefully, I've only attracted in people that are open-minded, that are willing to look at different things. And, you know, maybe your truth today, tomorrow is completely different truth. And that's hard for some people to change, you know, their viewpoint and their opinions, because you feel like, oh, well, if I'm saying that today, this is what I believe in, and then tomorrow I change my mind, I'm a hypocrite, or I'm going to admit that I'm wrong. No, that's a strong, powerful, connected person that's willing to be so open-minded and so flexible that they might look at something and it resonates with them. They're like, you know what I've been doing for the last 40 years, it's not working. So this makes more sense to me. I think I'm going to allow this truth into my body, into my cells, into my energy, into my vibration. So life is good. We create our life. We are here in the 7-day ultimate fasting experience. And I'm here sharing, you know, spiritual fulfillment. I'm here sharing just about life, you know, the amazing sunshine outside. You know, it's all about, you know, these 12 core concepts. It's not just about eating and diet and nutrition. However, when your body is healthy inside at a cellular level, it affects how you think, it affects how you feel, it affects your energy, it affects your joint pain, it affects your genetic expression. So we have way more control over our life than we've been taught, than a lot of us are willing to admit. So if you're willing to admit that you have more control over your health, then you don't get to play the victim. You don't get to go, oh, poor, sad me. My life is so terrible. Everything that can happen bad happens to me. Oh, life's a bummer. You know, poor CJ. And I've been there. I've done that. But I've learned 60 years on the planet that the more that I'm open, the more that I grow, the more that I expand, the more that I take responsibility for what shows up in my life, the better things get. Because when you take responsibility, then you can change it, right? Then you can go, okay, if I'm responsible and I can make some changes to create differences in my life and the people that I am attracting, the situations that I'm attracting, the sickness, how my body feels, if I'm more responsible, then I can make some changes. Then I can be empowered. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to empower you. So today is day 6 of our ultimate fasting experience. As long as you registered, you have received emails of every single day's training. So if you're joining us late on this, let me let Carol into the room. If you're joining us late, that's fine. As long as you registered, we will give you all of the trainings and the videos. So I'm pretty sure at this point, everyone that was going to register has registered, but we just got through, had a little bit of a hiccup the last couple of days, but I did just end up sending the day 4's training and the day 5 training this morning. So we are all caught up. This is day 6. Today I'm going to be talking about the 6 benefits of fasting. So the ultimate fasting experience is, like a 3-year journey of me showing up and helping people and leading people in different types of challenges. And my very first challenge, I started, I believe it was in 2020, and we did just a pure water day fast, which is a very long stretch and very difficult for most people. And then I started incorporating, more intermittent fasting into my challenges. So water fasting, intermittent fasting. Let's just do, some eating windows each day. I started incorporating that. And then 3 or 4 challenges in, I think sometime last year, we started introducing the Prolon plant-based fasting mimicking kit, which is something that I've utilized in my life. I met Dr. Walter Longo at some of the different conferences and trainings that I do with Dr. Daniel Pompa. In fact, in Dr. Pompa's book, Beyond Fasting, there's actually a picture of him with Dr. Walter Longo. I just saw it today when I was doing some research, getting ready to show up for you guys. That's not it. I wanted to show you. So Dr. Walter Longo is the leading scientist on longevity. And he went and traveled the world. He went and traveled the entire world looking at blue zones, looking at different cultures, ancient civilizations that lived long and were very healthy. And and still continuing to this day, research $48 million in grant money. The NIH, National Institutes of Health, have given money to Dr. Walter Longo and the USC Longevity Center. He determined that there was a way to mimic a water fast in your body, still eating food. So many studies, tons of research. 20 years later, he determined the correct macronutrients and micronutrients that you can eat a plant-based diet for 5 days, and it comes in this amazing kit, and you get all the benefits of fasting. What are the benefits of fasting? So we continue on the journey: water fasting, intermittent fasting, 24-hour, 36, all these different lengths of fast, what they do in the body. And then I added in Prolon, and this is the first challenge, the ultimate fasting experience, where I have provided an actual weekly schedule for very brand newbies, so totally new to fasting, all the way to, hey, this is kind of challenging. Like for me, the advanced schedule is challenging. So this is the first time we've done weekly schedule, so that you get a schedule and it tells you exactly what to eat each day of the fast, when to eat, when to stop eating. And then I shared with everybody in my group, everyone that's registered, a fasting app that I found. There's lots of them out there, guys, lots of them out there. The one that I like and that I found is called Fasting Tracker. Is that red one right there? Fasting Tracker. And for Android, it's free. I think iPhone, it's free as well, but you do have to pay if you don't want to see ads. I think for Android, it's like $20 for the year if you don't want to see ads. And then iPhone, I think it's a little bit more. But anyway, so I've given you tons of resources, tons of value, guides, recipes. So why do I do this? I don't charge for this. I do this because what fulfills me, and one of what my main values, is leadership and connection and impact. And when I show up like this and I connect with people that want to have better health and want to make improvements, that fulfills me, because it fulfills my connection value. It fulfills me being a leader, which is really teaching. I love to teach. It fulfills me connecting with people, making an impact on your health. I think it was Belinda, one of my clients. She texted in the group chat this morning because I said, okay, let's go, everybody, check in. Day 6, where are you? You know, what day are you on? What experience have you chosen? You know, what has your experience been so far? And, you know, what is the, the greatest takeaway so far? And I just want to read this to you because it really touches me, and it's why I do what I do. So she said she's on day 6, currently almost 37 fasting hours. Amazing. Can you imagine not eating for 37 hours? Her experience is that she said it's not easy, but it's worth it. And then her biggest takeaway so far: I will incorporate fasting into my life on a regular basis. I haven't felt this good in a few months. And she's down 6 pounds. So that last thing, I haven't felt this good in 6 months. I'm going to incorporate fasting into my daily, life, my daily nutrition regimen. I succeeded. I changed the life, and I made it a positive impact in one person's life. Ralph Waldo Emerson says that to know that just one life has breathed easier because I have lived. To know just one life has breathed easier because I have lived, that is a success. That is a successful person. That's what success is to me. It's touching you guys. It's helping you guys. It's guiding you. It's teaching you. And I do everything that I can to stay in a certain, mindset that I'm going to attract in, and that God will help me find the people that really want to make changes, that are willing to accept responsibility for their health, and that are willing that want to be healthy, that want to feel better. Okay. So let's go over the 6th benefit of fasting in the next few minutes. I'm just going to cover briefly. And this is how I've been structuring this week so that I can stay focused and that you guys can get the amazing information. Why? Why would you want to fast? Because nothing is more powerful than fasting to improve your health, to improve your life, to create more happiness, more joy, more energy, less chance of disease than fasting. So out of Dr. Daniel Pompa's book, Beyond Fasting, I have taken the 7 benefits of fasting. Number 1, cellular autophagy. Every training video I've done, day 1 until day 6, has covered each of these benefits. So I'm not going to go into detail on each benefit. I implore you, if you really want to learn and you really want to increase your knowledge and you really want to own this and have it change your life, to go back and watch each of my trainings. I've kept them all, except I think 1 or 2 to 5 minutes, 30 minutes. And then when you go back and listen, it's on YouTube. Go into the lower corner and there's a little gear setting. Click on that and hit the playback speed and increase it. 1.5, 1.75 is normally what my brain can still listen to. Increase the speed. Time is valuable, and just get the information in, and you can hear everything in the training, in 15, 20 minutes instead of 30, 35 minutes. So that's what I do. I'm watching training videos and listening to podcasts. Mostly I'm a visual, so videos, and I almost always increase the playback speed. So that's my little tip for saving time and educating yourself. We're here to grow and expand. The day you stop learning is the day you die. Okay, 1, cellular autophagy. Bad cells cannot adapt. Eating bad cells. 2, stem cells. Brand new cells that can turn into whatever cells you need to create a healthier body once you start eating again. Number 3, energy diversion. Taking time and space and finally having the energy, because you're not eating every second, to heal and to regenerate and to clean out your body. Number 4, ketones. turning and shifting your body from sugar burning into fat burning. 88% of Americans are sugar burners, insulin resistant, metabolically unhealthy. Why do you think we had such an issue with this pandemic? Because insulin resistant, metabolically unhealthy people cannot kill off viruses. There's no mistake that this thing had the impact that it did. Number 5, day 5's training yesterday. One of my favorite trainings, hormone optimization. Anytime you hear the word resistance, metabolic resistance, weight loss resistance, thyroid resistance, Hashimoto's, leaky gut, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, insulin resistance, it's a hormone receptor problem. It's not a hormone problem. And I discussed that in detail yesterday. Go back to day 5's training. Today is heal the gut. So studies show that just 24 hours of not eating is going to starve off all of the microbes in our gut. So we are a host of microbes. We actually have 10 to the 2 times more bacteria, viruses, protozoa, yeast, fungi than we do cells in our body. So we are actually just a walking human frame of microbes, bugs. We have bugs everywhere, on our face, on our eyelashes, on our skin, in our lungs. I know it's gross. You guys see those pictures where they, with those big powerful microscopes, and they show the gross things that are crawling around on our body? Oh my God. I don't want to think about it. It's disgusting. Anyway, there's tons of those bugs in our intestines as well. Stand up so you can see my shirt. Fix this up. Okay, well, true cellular detox. Yes, I'm a true cellular detox certified specialist. That's how you get the metals out of your body. Okay, all of the microbes in your gut actually create hormones, create vitamins. We know now that there's a direct connection between the health of your gut and the health of your brain. It's called the gut-brain connection. And it's proven with studies that when you have dysbiosis, when you have an imbalance of bacteria in your gut, it creates mental health issues. It creates depression, anxiety. It's directly related because when you have dysbiosis, which is an imbalance of the bacteria and the microbes in your gut, it affects vitamins that are made by the bacteria and the microbes. It affects hormones that are made. It affects digestion. It can create autoimmune. It can turn on cancer cells. So it's super important to address the health of your gut if you've got joint pain, energy issues, digestive problems, sinus problems, allergies. Any type of health problem is almost always related to the gut. It's a huge part of the puzzle. So I know I've talked about the cell and the health of the cell. This is true, but you have to, it's kind of multifactorial, right? Dr. Pompa talks about it's like a 3-legged stool. You know, you've got your ancient healing strategies, fasting, and then you've got like all the gut stuff, and then you've got your detoxification. Those are the 3 things that you need to take a look at when you're working with people that are sick or want to get healthier. You have to address the gut. Okay, so what does fasting do to the gut? Well, when you stop eating, all of the stuff that's in there, even some of the good stuff, you're starving them off. So sometimes when you fast, you might not feel very good because you're killing off all these bugs. And when you kill them off, yes, when you kill them off, it can create some symptoms. So you're starving them because all of the microbes in your gut, in your intestines, thrive off of different things that you're eating, different plant fibers, different fermented foods. The bad stuff thrives off of sugar and processed food and grains and all the chemicals that are put into our food to make us still hungry after we eat. That creates all the bad stuff. So dis is bad, dysbiosis. So bad or imbalanced bacteria or bad or imbalanced microbes in your gut. So we want bugs. It's a symbiotic relationship. We have to have, we could not live without them. We would die without all these microbes throughout our entire body. So we want to embrace them without thinking about what they look like on a powerful microscope. We want to embrace them and we want to take care of them because they need us and we need them. And it's just a part of life. You know, we've got bugs in the soil and there's bugs on the trees, and it's just a part of the whole cycle. And beauty of life is this balance. So when you stop eating, you finally have the chance to clear it out. And one of the things that I was researching this morning talked about fasting is like a computer reboot. So when you reboot your computer, when you stop eating, you're rebooting your gut. So it's like a computer reboot. You're rebooting, you're clearing out all the bad stuff is dying off. And then what you want to do, and there's tons of studies that show and prove that not eating or intermittent fasting improves the health of the gut. So what you want to do is when we start eating again, whether you're, following the eating fasting schedule or whether you're doing like a water fast, but on a long-term basis, one of the things that I incorporate when I work with my clients is really teaching you how to eat fermented food. So fermented food, all of the cultures that live the longest have some type of fermented food in their culture. So like Koreans have kimchi and Germans have sauerkraut. There's kefir, there's sourdough bread, which is a fermented bread. So fermenting foods, yogurt, kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, kimchi, pickles. This fermented food has all these really good bacteria. So those are like the probiotics, the good bacteria. And then the other thing you want to be very aware of is prebiotics, which is mostly plant fiber, which is the substance that actually feeds the good stuff. So you want to feed the good stuff with prebiotics, mostly plant fibers like ginger and garlic and onion and artichoke, different vegetables, nuts and seeds. And I have lists of foods, and I've done trainings on that. Go into my YouTube channel, Dr. CJ Benkert, and I've done trainings on pre and probiotics, detailed trainings showing the foods, and I've had different guides and things for you. Okay, so when you stop eating, you kill off all the bad stuff. So healing the gut, you reset the microbiome, you starve off all the bacteria, the fungus, the mold, the protozoa, the viruses, and in turn they die off. Once the fast is completed, a new microbiome can be reseeded with fermented and probiotic foods. So you do what's called heal and seal the leaky gut. So I'm going to read from Dr. Pompa's book. Resetting the microbiome. Fasting will repair the gut barrier. Environmental changes and stressors have been shown to change the microbiome, which can then have a dramatic effect on gut healing. Fasting is especially restorative for a leaky gut. So dysbiosis creates leaky gut, which creates autoimmune. Dysbiosis leads into leaky gut. Leaky gut leads into autoimmune, which is Hashimoto's, lupus, myasthenia gravis, rheumatoid arthritis, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia. All autoimmune starts with dysbiosis. Okay, so fasting is especially restorative for leaky gut, described as when the intestinal wall shows excessive permeability and is linked to autoimmune and other unexplainable illnesses. Like how long did we think, well, what causes chronic fatigue? We didn't know. Now we know. Fasting provides a break from digesting food, allowing the body time to heal and seal the gut lining. I've seen fasts heal serious gut conditions repeatedly, which is critical because over 80% of our immune system lies in your gut. 80% of your immune system lies in your gut? What? and the microbiome influences our genetic expression. Fasting starves out bad bacteria, and refeeding with fermented foods helps to repopulate the gut with beneficial bacteria. The doctors I coach and I all agree that you don't fix a bad gut with probiotics. So many clients that I meet with, oh, I'm taking a probiotic. I'll ask them, are you taking anything to help break down your food and digest your food? Oh yeah, I'm taking a probiotic. That doesn't break down your food. Anyway, but you can with fasting strategies in this book. Part of the gut healing also comes from certain autoimmune genes being turned off during fasting, which leads to benefit number 7, which is what I'm going to cover tomorrow, resetting your DNA. So that's what fasting does to the microbiome. It restores it, it resets it. Right at 30 minutes, started a couple minutes late. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover. I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up to any questions live so I can answer anything live. And then if you registered, you're in our Telegram group chat. So I've been supporting and answering questions in there. So any questions live? I know I'm not on the Facebook group. So let me see what's happening with the Facebook group right now. Anybody watching on Facebook with any questions? Dee says, good morning. We got Kat, Carol, Elena. Okay, so I want you to share with me. She wants a t-shirt. I can probably find out how to get these. I could probably do that. I know, isn't that cool? Fix the cell to get well. I'm sure I can figure that out. Let me write that down. Fix the cell to get well t-shirts. I know, it's a good one. Okay, so day 6, you're welcome. You're welcome, you're welcome. I just want to encourage everybody to continue with whatever experience you've chosen. I said this a couple of meetings ago. You know, let's just show up every quarter. Let's support each other. I've already got all of the next 4 experiences scheduled out. So I like to look at my quarter at the beginning and kind of look at where I've been. I have very specific targets that I set in body, being, balance, and business. So body is my health, my nutrition, my exercise. Being is my fulfillment, and balance are my relationships and the people that I love and care about. Setting dates with my partner, setting dates with my mom, things like that. And then business is, you know, my career, how I show up for you, making sure that I'm teaching and that I'm giving my gift, because we all have a gift. So this is a great way to start each quarter and just, you know, take some time to see where you've been, where you want to go. And just if you're brand new to this, just stop eating so often. Just intermittent fasting is powerful. So they've done studies where they've taken, they've divided up 2 groups of people, and each group eats the exact same food. I mean, exactly, you know, broccoli, steak, butter, exact food, exact calories. But the one half of the group eats that food from the time they wake up all the way till 8, 9 o'clock at night, which is how most Americans eat. So no window, just whenever they want. The other half eats the same food that this group eats, but they eat it in an 8-hour window. So, you know, 12 to 8. They did that study, and the group that ate the same food but in an 8-hour window decreased their biological markers. Waist circumference reduced, blood pressure went down, HDL and triglycerides went down, body fat percentage went down, blood pressure. So those are the things that we look at when we determine how metabolically healthy you are. Those are biomarkers. Those all improved just eating the same food. Just think how much more powerful it would be if you start eating how I teach, whole, real, clean, unprocessed, unpackaged food in that eating window. But the end game, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want to teach you all about diet variation and fasting variation. So we want to change up what we're doing weekly, monthly, seasonally, yearly. So that's why just coming together each quarter and doing different things, do a whole month of just vegetarian. Awesome. Then do a whole month of carnivore. Awesome. It's all about throwing in different things and making the body strong and resilient and adaptable. It's all about being adaptable, staying open and flexible. And that's the same thing with your mind. If your mind's closed and you're rigid and you're just fixed on your thoughts and you're not willing to grow, you're not willing to learn, you're not willing to educate yourself and continue to become a student of life on a daily basis, you're just going to what we call crystallize and get hardened and frigid, and you just have this awful life. But if you just keep your mind open and smile and be grateful and think about the amazing things that we have to be grateful for, then you can have joy and have more energy, and the beautiful truths of life will come to you. If you want to know those truths, they will come to you if you really want to know them and you're willing to make changes and take responsibility for your life. All right, this is Dr. CJ Banker. Tomorrow is day 7, where we'll be covering genes, DNA, and how you can turn off cancer genes, turn off Alzheimer's genes, turn off Parkinson genes, turn off heart disease genes. You want to learn how to turn off genes so you don't have to express those things? That's what I'm going to teach you about tomorrow. All right, have an amazing day. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for listening. Give yourself a pat on the back. Do something. I want you to do something beautiful for you today. Go get a massage. Go get a pedicure. Go out to lunch with a friend. And I want you to post what you did to love yourself today. What did you do to love yourself today? All right, everybody. Have an amazing